Hey everybody, Rick Berman coming to you from beautiful Naples, Florida. It's so good to be home after traveling, it feels like, for the whole month of December. I was up north and it is freezing cold up north. So it's good to be back in the warmth and back in the polos again. Hey, but it wasn't all fun and games. I mean, it was great to see family and friends and then spend time with them and eating too much, but there was work to be done too. So we were in dealerships last week. We were in a lot of dealerships last week. And some of the things that I see that are still going on, it's just hard to believe. The negativity that goes on in these stores is just incredible. So my wife and I were talking about this, and we were talking about the negative noise, I call it, that's going on in the dealerships. And she asked me how I handled it. And I had to think about it for a minute because there really wasn't that much negative noise going on. And I figured out the reason why is because I just wouldn't allow it. Because once you allow that negative noise to get in your head, that's when the trouble begins. So let me give you an example of this. I'm at a dealership and I'm at the desk, with the manager. And just for the record, when I worked the desk and a salesperson would bring me a deal, the first thing that I would say to them was, congratulations, great job on getting this far. You got a worksheet in your hand, you got a customer sitting at your desk, man, you've done a great job. So obviously you're up here and you need some help, my turn. And I wouldn't let them say anything else, because what's going to come out of their mouth next? Why the customer couldn't buy the car, right? And who wants to hear that? Because that's negative, and it's negative noise, and I don't believe in that. We all know the customer's here to buy a car, right? There are 1.5 dealerships are shopping now, not 4 or 5, so if they're here to buy a car. So like Dave said this morning, your closing ratios should be much higher. If you're still thinking your closing ratios should be 20, 25%, old school thinking, forget about that. You need to be in the 50% range, because they're in your dealership, they're there to buy. So salespeople, I'm going to give you 2 ways to bring your deal to the desk, and it's your choice. The negative noise, that's your choice too. You decide whether you want to be part of it or not. We're trying to change the perception of ourselves, so it's up to us to do that. So here are the 2 ways that you can present a deal to your manager. You can bring your worksheet up, and you can sell them on why your customer is not here to buy a car. Yeah, Mr. Manager, I've been with this guy for 2 hours. I've tried everything and they're just not buying a car. They're not even close to buying a car. There's nothing else I can do. I'm done. Here you go. It's your turn. And what's that manager going to do? I watched him. Last week I watched the manager say, yeah, you're right. Make sure you got their phone number so we can follow up with them. And he let them leave. I mean, that's just weak. Why? There's no reason for that. I propose that you do it another way. I propose that when you bring your deal to the desk, you say to your manager, Mr. Manager, I've been with this customer for 2 hours. We are so close. I know he wants to buy the car. I just can't get him over the edge. I know that you can. Would you help me? He's here to buy a car. Now what's the manager going to do? All he hears is positive stuff. He's here to buy a car. He's here to buy a car. He's heard it 3 times, hasn't he? So that manager's going to pound his chest and go out there, you're right, man, I'm going to close this guy for you. And probably will. If nothing else, he's in a better mindset to go talk to the customer anyhow, right? It's better to go talk to the customer in a positive way than a negative way. Because I've seen managers go out, so my salesman tells me you're not here to buy a car today. You decide which one sounds better, and you decide which part you want to be on. Which team? You want to be on the positive team or the negative team? I'm on the positive team. Everything is positive. One more example. So a customer comes in, and you don't even have to hear what the customer says. You can tell by the body language of the salesman. Customer walks in the front door, and a salesman walks up and greets a customer, and you can tell by the body language. When the salesman's whole face changes from smiling, hi, welcome to, and he gives them a name, get their name, and the customer says what? What's the first thing they're going to say? They're going to say, I'm just looking. Well, they're just saying that because it's a knee-jerk reaction. That's what we've taught them over the years. That's what they're supposed to say. It doesn't mean that's what they're doing. So when the salesperson slouches over and changes his face because they're just looking, or the salesperson continues to smile and says, great, I'm glad you came here to look. I knew you had a lot of choices on the way over here to look for a car. Good news is, we're glad you're here. We're going to take care of you. There's no pressure. You can look at whatever you want. You can test drive whatever you want. Everything's here on your terms. And then you go into your questions. Are you familiar with Hyundai? Are you familiar with the Toyota product? Hey, I saw you pull up in a Toyota Camry. How'd you like that car? How'd that car treat? You go into your questions and find out what they want and need, and then you go into the road to a sale. Your process. The process works. Stick to the process. And be positive. Positivity. Sell cars. I hope this helps. This is Rick Berman, your automotive advisor. Again, coming to you from beautiful Naples, Florida. creating world-class customer experiences at your dealership.